महागणपते नमोस्तुते महागणपते नमोस्तुते मातङ्गमुख नमोस्तुते हिमाद्रिजासुत नमोस्तुते हिमाद्रिजासुत नमोस्तुते ओंकारेश्वर नमोस्तुते साई ओंकारेश्वर नमोस्तुते महागणपते नमोस्तुते सैरा ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು.
अस्मि भगिनि, श्रूयते वा? ओके, हरि ओम्, नमस्ते dear all. We from Samskrita Pathashala welcome you all, as Raji Bhagini told, Swagatam, Suswagatam, and we are very happy that so many of you have shown interest in our Bhagavad Gita learning program. That is from our Sai Samskrita Pathashala, which is situated in Vidyaranyapura, Bengaluru. Our wishes to all of you and Abhinandanani. And now let me just brief you all about our Sai Samskrita Pathashala. We have been conducting many classes like Patralaya Dwara Samskrita classes, then Bhagavatam, Narayaniyam, Saundarya Lahari, Durga Saptashati, Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita classes for all elders, and Balvikas and for children in schools as well as in our committee from past more than 14 years actually. And now about our teacher who is going to teach us the Gita. She is Srimati MANJARI Bhagini. She is a Sanskrit teacher in Vidya Niketan School, Bengaluru. And she is one of our teachers in Sai Samskrita Pathashala. Oh, that's it. Let us all pray to Jagadguru Sri Krishna Bhagavan to shower blessings on all of us for this great Gita learning program. Dhanyavadaha. Sai Ram. Namaste, Bhagini.
Hari Om. Bhagini. Hari Om. Namaste to everyone. Now I'm going to tell you about the class timings and details. Like we'll be having 2 classes a week, and they are in Kannada and English. The English class will be on Wednesday from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. And the coordinators for the same for English class would be Rajalakshmi Bhagini and Sukanya Bhagini. And we have a class in Kannada that is on Tuesday from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. The coordinators for Kannada class will be Deepa Bhagini and myself. And the link for both the classes will be the same, and it's given in the description of the WhatsApp group. ಬರುವ ಮಂಗಳವಾರದಿಂದ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಭಗವದ್ಗೀತೆ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಪ್ರಾರಂಭವಾಗಲಿದೆ. ಸಮಯ ಇದೆ ಸಂಜೆ 8ರಿಂದ 9 ಗಂಟೆ. ಇದರ ಕೋಆರ್ಡಿನೇಟರ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿ ದೀಪಾ ಭಗಿನಿ ಮತ್ತು ನಾನು ಇರುತ್ತೇವೆ. ಮತ್ತು ಕೋಆರ್ಡಿನೇಟರ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ನ ಡೀಟೇಲ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಅದೇ ದಿವಸ ಬೆಳಿಗ್ಗೆ ವಾಟ್ಸಪ್ ಗ್ರೂಪಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕ್ತೇವೆ. ಧನ್ಯವಾದ.
Paranjyoti Bhagini. And people call me a teacher, but I think I'm still a learner, because every time when I open Gita book, I find new interpretations, new perceptions, new thoughts, new suggestions, new teachings, and I wonder, oh, I never thought it this way, because Gita is like that. I feel that, oh, I have to learn so much. There is so much to learn still in that. This Bhagavad Gita is like a huge ocean. It is ocean filled with gems and pearls of knowledge. So people like Shankaracharya, Madhvacharya, Ramanujacharya, the great saints, and people like saints like Raghavendra Swamiji or Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, and many more, many people like that, they have taken tons and tons of these pearls of knowledge from this ocean, and they have distributed for to the common people like us. And there are people, those who have taken these pearls from this ocean in buckets. Some people have taken in mugs or tumblers, but we common people may be empty handed standing in front of this ocean, but no worries. Just if we dip our hands, we'll get handful of pearls and gems in this Gita. And that is more than enough for us to lead a happy life. That is such a wonderful book is this Gita, epic. Such a wonderful epic is this Gita. You open any page, you open any shloka, everywhere there is a lesson for the life. And you take randomly, even if you open a page in Gita or a shloka, there is a life lesson, there is something to learn from it. Such a wonderful book is our Gita. So Mahodaya was asking me that how the classes will be. I told you that in the beginning there will be meanings, and after that, if you have any doubts, you can ask. And as I have told, I am also a learner. So this is a study circle. This is a Adhyayana Kendra where all of us together can explore and experience the essence of Gita. And this is a wonderful journey where all of us are passengers. And I think and I strongly believe that this is an opportunity given by Bhagwan Krishna, Lord Krishna himself, to learn, to understand this, the knowledge of this book, and to implement it in our daily life. Implementing it or practicing it is very, very important. It's not only we should learn, we should understand and practice it, which is very important. So, whenever I do Gita classes, every time I begin with a question. The very first question that I ask with the people or the students is, why Gita? Why you want to learn Gita? Why you people are here today? That will be usually my first question. And the answer I get is, people say that Gita is to get moksha. Yes, many people say that it is to get moksha. Then I ask them, what is moksha? The next question will be, what is moksha? And they start saying that it is relief or escapism from the cycle of birth and death. And then the next question is, why we wish to get relief from the cycle of birth and death, janana marana. But this question we'll see little later when we go into the Gita. But if moksha is something that we get only after death, then people may ask, especially our youngsters may ask, oh, we have sufficient time for that anyhow, so why we should waste time now? And moksha, if we say that it is after death, and then people may say that it is something that is imaginary, and then how can we waste our time now? So it may, there may be some sense in their argument or question, but moksha is not that. Moksha or salvation is not always necessarily after death. uh, one can get moksha when he is alive also. In Sanskrit, the meaning of the word moksha is liberation. Munchati iti mokshaha means one which liberates. So, one which liberates us from sadness, sorrow, pain, illusion, delusion, confusion, tension, whatnot, right? all of us need liberation from all these things. And that's what Gita does. So please remember that Gita is not a book of ajis and tatas. It's not at all. It's an essential margadarshaka, guide, or a good friend for people of all the age group, those who wish to have peace of mind and contentment in life. So, any person of any caste, any age, any gender, any nation, any profession, and any language can learn Gita, must learn Gita to have inner peace or contentment in life. And I told that any language, yes, knowledge of Sanskrit is not at all essential to learn Gita. Nowadays, people across the globe, like UK, US, people from Germany, Indonesia, and so many other countries, people are showing interest to learn Gita. And why not we Indians? So, people of any language can definitely learn Gita and enjoy the essence of Gita. So, we have seen the definition of Gita, definition of moksha, isn't it? Each and every one of us face challenges in our daily life. Uh, it could be failure, it could be rejection, it could be a kind of humiliation, it could be demise or death of near and dear ones, it could be suffering from a disease, or it could be a total sense of helplessness. During all these situations, Gita trains our mind to steer through while staying calm and composed. So, study of Gita purifies our heart and establishes inner peace and happiness irrespective of external factors. External factors means, uh, say, our family. So it may not be as we wanted it to be, or our health. It also may not be as good as we wanted it to be, or we may have poverty. The money which we have is not like how we expected it to be, or we may have old age problems, whatever may be. All these are considered as outside conditions, outside situations. So, Gita trains our mind to navigate through all these difficulties while staying calm and composed. So, staying calm and composed during our worst situations is a very great skill. Krishna calls it as Kaushala. It's an art. It's a smart way of dealing with the things. It is Nipunata, Naipunya, what Krishna calls them as. Then, how to get, how to learn this Nipunata or skill, from where to learn this skill. So this skill is not, it doesn't come from outside, it is from within. That is, we need to train our mind to face these things, face the outside difficult situations while staying calm and composed. For that, we need to train our own mind. And how we get this training, from where we'll get it? That is again from Gita. So, from Gita, we'll get training for our mind to face the challenges of life. So, Gita is a total inward journey, and it is totally self centered course and called as Atmodhara, that is, uplifting our own self or elevating ourselves. Krishna says, Atmaneva tushtaha. Atmani eva atmana tushtaha. That is, Atmani means in oneself, Atmana is by oneself. So, tushtaha means happy. So, one should get happiness by oneself and within oneself. That is uh, independent of the outside circumstances and situations. One can be happy within. That's what Krishna says. And Krishna says, Yogaha karmasu kaushalam. Yoga means karma yoga. Karma yoga means nishkama karma. Nishkama karma means doing work without any expectation. Krishna says, put your 100% effort in whatever you do, but without any expectation, without expecting any results. That's what he says, because expectation reduces joy. Yes, we all know that, and also we people might have experienced that expectation reduces joy. But is it so easy? It's always possible. Is it always possible to work without expectation? It's very easy to say, it is very easy to advise others, it's very easy to write also. But is it possible when it comes to us? Krishna says, yes, it can be done. Krishna not only preaches that, he also said, Karmaneva adhikaraste mafaleshu kadashana, and all those things. That is, never expect work without any expectation, he says. But he not only said that, he has shown it. So if we see the life of Krishna in Bhagavatam, so he kills Kamsa and he makes Ugrasena, the father of Kamsa, king, the king of that Mathura kingdom, and he kills Shishupala, the king of Chedi Raja, and he makes Mahipala, the son of Shishupala, the king of that kingdom. He makes Bhima kill Jarasandha, and he makes son of Jarasandha, and his name was also Sahadeva, the king of Magadha kingdom. He actively participates in Mahabharata war. Actually, he plays a very important key role in bringing victory to the Pandavas. But he didn't take anything from Pandavas for that. He never expects money, power, position, name, fame, award, or reward, or title. Nothing. He never cared for his personal gain or loss. He never cared for his personal papa or punya. He just worked, he just puts his 100% effort in whatever he does, and he actively participated. He was totally engrossed in achieving the goals. His only goal was destruction of evil spirits and protection of noble souls. He says, Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkratam dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. And he not only said this, but he has done and shown this to us. Throughout his life, if we study, throughout his life, what he has done is he has destroyed the evil spirits, he has killed the demons, and he has established dharma everywhere. That's what he has done. So, this shows that one can actively participate in a work without any attachment to the fruit, but yet he can be happy. If we see the life of Krishna, he was happy. He was not attached to anything. He killed Kamsa and he didn't even stay there. He had no attachment to that Simhasan or that power or position or whatever. He had no attachment at all. So he quitted that place immediately after killing Kamsa. Everywhere he goes, he does the work and he leaves that place. He never does anything in any expectation or any personal gain. So he has shown that, but he was always happy, as we have seen. So he has shown that uh, one can actively participate in work without any attachment to the fruit, but yet one can be happy. So one should enjoy the process of doing the things. The process only one should enjoy without bothering for the results. So we have seen, be knowing the story of Mahabharata. If not, when we are doing the classes, whenever the characters come, Karna or Drona or Shikhandi, I'll be telling the small stories related to them to give the Patra Parichaya, introduce them. But Karna in the Mahabharata story, he was Parakrami, Mahaparakrami, he was valorous, he was virtuous, he was Sarvaguna Sampanna, he was generous, but he gave his Kavachakundala just before Mahabharata war begins, and in spite of knowing the consequences, he gave his Kavachakundala. He promised Mata Kunti that she will have Pancha Pandavas forever. That is, except Arjuna, he will not kill any of the Pandavas. That too, just before Mahabharata war. He knew that this will lead to his destruction, but then also he promised that. So, in spite of having all these good qualities, why Karna was not successful? Where did he fail? What was his mistake? The answer is the only one mistake Karna did was he supported Duryodhana, who was adharmi. But Karna thought that Karna made himself a shackle, or he locked himself in a cage called as Mitrurana. So he thought that my friend has helped me so much, so I should support him. But he didn't think that how much adharma, anyaya his friend is doing. Suppose my friend is very kind to me, he is very helpful to me. That doesn't mean that if he is involved in any illegal activities, but then also I should support him. It is totally wrong. But Karna couldn't make decision. He thought that it is Mitrurana. He has helped me so much. So whatever he does, I should help. And that was the only one mistake he did. And he suffered and he saw destruction. And even in Mahabharata story, we'll see Dronacharya and Kripacharya. Even they had a shackle, or they also locked themselves in a cage called as Annarana. So they thought that people of this Hastinapura, the kings of this Hastinapura, have given us food and shelter, so always we should fight for them. So they thought that we will get sin if we oppose them. So, in spite of watching Draupadi Vastrapaharana, in spite of uh, being witnessing the incidences like Lakshagraha, the wax house, and all these things, Dronacharya kept quiet and he supported Kauravas in the Mahabharata war. He thought that I will get sin if I support Pandavas. But he never thought that in any case we shouldn't support adharma. So there he also had confusion. Bhishma also, throughout the Mahabharata, we see that he used to tell that pratijna, pratijna, pratijna. For him, the pratijna, his personal pratijna was more important than anything else. He thought that I have taken an oath, so I shouldn't break it. If I break the oath, if I do pratijna bhanga, what people will think about me? Log kya kahenge? That was the only worry throughout for Bhishma. He thought that if I break the oath, Pratijna Bhanga, then people will laugh at me. People will say that this Bhishma broke his Pratijna. People will laugh at me. What history will tell about me? So he was always thinking about himself, what people will think about me, what people will say if I do this. But on the other hand, Krishna shows how to deal such situations. There was a demon called as Kalayamana who was very cruel, and he did some rigorous tapas austerity, and he had a boon given by Lord Shiva that no one of this era, this yuga, can kill this Kalayamana. So, after getting this boon from Shiva, Kalayamana became still more arrogant and adamant, and he became very cruel. He started killing people. He was merciless, and Krishna thought that I should do something to it. And Krishna knew that no one can kill him. No people, no person from of this era can kill him. So once Krishna had to encounter this Kalemana in a war, and what Krishna did was suddenly he started running away from the battlefield. Even though Krishna knew that it is a sin for a Kshatriya warrior to run away from the battlefield, even though he knew very well that it is better to die in the battlefield for a Kshatriya, but they should never run away. But and if they do so, they will get sin. But then also Krishna thought that let me get sin, I don't mind, but I have to kill this Kalyamana now. So thinking that, Krishna starts running from the battlefield, and all people start laughing at Krishna, and they were telling coward, coward, Hedi, Ranichod, and all those things. People started laughing at him. Krishna didn't bother for the people's comments. And this Kalayamana started chasing Krishna, calling him as Ranachod, Ranachod, Ranachod. And Krishna started running. Krishna, who was wearing a red color shawl, he started running. And this Kalayamana was so motivated that he thought that Krishna is scared of Kalyamana, so he is running. So Kalyamana thought that, oh, I can kill Krishna today. By that time, Krishna was already popular. So then Kalyamana thought that I get the credit of killing this popular Krishna. So he is running away from me, means he is scared of me, so I can kill him today. So as and when Krishna started running, this Kalyamana just started chasing that red shawl which he was seeing from the little far distance, and he also started chasing, calling him as Ranachod, Ranachod. Ranachod means one who is running away from the Ranaranga, that is battlefield. So then Kalayamana started chasing Krishna, and Krishna was running, and Krishna in the same way he took him to a little far mountain called as Rishimukha Parvata. So there in that Rishimukha Parvata there was a cave, and there was a king called as Muchukunda Maharaj. This Muchukunda Maharaja, he had a boon. He was so tired that he asked Lord Shiva that he wants to sleep for one entire era. So he said that I want to take rest, so I'll go to Rishmukh Parvat and I'll sleep in a cave. And no one should disturb me. And Shiva gave him the boon and also gave him the boon and also told him that any person, if he comes to disturb you, as soon as you open your eyes and see that person, he will be burnt into ashes. So this was the boon taken by Muchkunda Maharaja, and he was fast asleep in that cave. And then Krishna knew about the boon of this Muchkunda Maharaja. So Krishna enters that cave where Muchkunda Maharaja was sleeping. And then what Krishna does is he takes his red color shawl and very gently he just puts it on the Muchkund Maharaja, and just he hides behind a rock. And this Kala Yamuna, he comes running, chasing, calling Ranachod, Ranachod, hey Krishna, where are you? Ranachod, are you running away from me? I'll kill you today, I can kill you. And he was laughing. And then he comes and sees a red shawl, and he thinks that Krishna is hiding in this cave and Krishna is sleeping, covering his shawl. And then he comes and he shouts loudly and very rudely he takes that shawl, and the Muchkunda Maharaja gets disturbed and he wakes up and he opens his eyes, and this Kalayamana Rakshasa is burnt into ashes. This is how Krishna, his only objective is to kill Kalayamana, and he doesn't care for the comments or the people's the titles like Ranachod, Ranachod, Ranachod. He said, okay. He thought I'll get sin, it's okay. He thought I'll get title called as Ranachod, it's okay. He thought I'll become infamous, it's okay. I'll get bad name, it's okay. But my objective is to kill Kalayamana, is to release people, innocent people, good people from this cruel Rakshasa Kalayamana. This is how Krishna used to work. He never cared for his titles or awards or rewards. So even in the Mahabharata Yuddha also, we see that Krishna had taken an oath that he will never hold Shastrastra in his hands, but at some point of time, he holds his Sudarshana Chakra, and he shows that my own personal pratijna is nothing. I may get some sin or I may get some bad name, but my personal papa or punya is secondary. But the so Veshti and Samashti. Veshti is our individual or personal profit or loss, but Samashti is the society or the nation. So the nation or the society is first, and the personal loss or gain is secondary. That's what Krishna shows to the whole world, and he shows how we should differentiate between our duty and our attachment, where all these Bhishma, Dronacharya, Kripacharya, and Karna failed to take decisions which is right and which is wrong. And Krishna is able to do that, and he shows us how to take decisions when we have confusion. So, uh, Karmanne vadhikaraste mafaleshu kadashana is what Krishna says, and he says that it is possible to do work, to enjoy what we do, and stay happy. And it is not, and what he says is, it's not our personal profit or gain that makes us happy, but it's our approach towards honesty or righteousness or justice that makes us happy. So with this is just introductory class. So with this, I'd like to conclude my today's talk. And next week, I request all of you, those who know Kannada, those who understand Kannada, please go to the Kannada group, because we have plans to do Parayana also. So if the groups are small, then we can make Parayana. So people who know Kannada, please go to Kannada batch. That is, it is on every Tuesday, and then every Wednesday there will be English batches. So kindly from next week we'll be starting Arjuna Vishada Yoga. There is no examination or test or anything. It is just a study circle, Adhyayana Kendra. So just we will be doing 5 shlokas every week. I'll be doing, and we'll be discussing the meanings. And as I told, once I finish explaining the meaning, then if you have anything to share with the class or any doubts or any discussions, we can do that also. It's an interactive class, and thank you all for your active participation. Thank you one and all. Dhanyavad.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಭಗಿನಿ. ಗುಡ್ ಬಿಗಿನಿಂಗ್ ಭಗಿನಿ. ಧನ್ಯವಾದ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಭಗಿನಿ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು ಭಗಿನಿ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಭಗಿನಿ.
Please mute yourself. Okay. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Saha Viryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Samastalokaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Samastalokaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Samastalokaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Samasta Sanmangalani Bhavantu. Dhanyavada.
Dhanyavad. Shubharatri. Shubharatri सर्वे.
धन्यवादः मेलिष्यामः.
धन्यवाद.
हरि ओम मैम.